Unfortunately, last time I used my bandsaw, the blade broke, which usually means you then have to replace your pants. So I've got 2 extras. A Wen that I bought on Amazon, 1/2 inch. This one's a 1/4 inch, so that's a little finer. I want this 1/2 inch one right now. Can you hand me the air hose, Zach? So, what do you think this thing in my hand is called?
A rag?
Huh?
A rag?
No, this thing.
Oh.
What's it look like?
Wagon wheel.
A wheel. Well, that's a wheel. If that's a wheel, what do you think this rubber piece around it is called? It's not
a tire,
rubber.
is it?
Huh?
It's not a tire, is it?
Yeah, that's called
Really?
tires. So these are what the belt sits on, because it makes more friction than if the belt sat on the actual metal wheel. So I don't do this enough, but right now, and whenever I replace them or whenever I get time to just do maintenance, clean them, see how it gets cruddy?
Yeah.
I'm just cleaning them with some denatured alcohol. Sit on that blade, or on this wheel, I mean. The blade goes through these little guides, and then it goes around the bottom. And it's already tight, so rather than loosen this system, I'm just going to get it caught on the bottom here and let it work its way around by turning the wheel. See that? Make sure it's rubbing on those bearings right there. See how it's hitting that guide bearing right there? That guide?
Yeah.
Just gonna loosen that up a tiny bit. Tighten this one a tiny bit. These Allen hex wrenches that are around, there's 2 or 3 of them, are all the same ones for working on the Shopsmith. But this is a 1/2 inch blade, and the last one was a 1/2 inch blade. So I want that line essentially to be right where that red is. So right now it's closer to 3/8, so I could tighten it just a tiny bit, it looks like. But that feels pretty tight. So I'm just going by the feel, you know. I'm going to try tightening it just a little. 1/2 a turn. A little bit more. That's a lot tighter. Let's see how it performs. You see the knobs that go on this? There's 3 of them. You have one? Right now I'm using this system to kind of have access to where that goes. Now it goes back in that spot.
Oh, that's why it's like
Tighten that. Put this vacuum attachment in here. This is speed control. Right now it's set for the jointer, which is the fastest moving thing I have. So it's going super fast. And if it started on here, it would blow that blade right away. So take it off. saws from there to there. It's just going a little bit, like from one thing to another down this range. It's not too big a deal. If I do it that other way, there'll be a problem. This is super important. See how it says accessory and headstock? This is the accessory, this is the headstock. This side has a spring on it. Turn it, and then push it in. And you gotta tighten this. Now the headstock won't move. Put that eye protection back on. Generally, you want this to be just a little bit above the height of the work surface so that those guide bearings are as accurate as possible. And I have the Shopsmith here. In theory, there should be just enough room to stand on the opposite side of it over here. Okay? So the goal here isn't to try and cut out all these spots at all.
Yeah.
It's to just cut the overall shape.